highly intellectual, but they fail to structure their writing in the right way, so they don't get the response from the other side, from the receiver, that they expect. Technical writing is a very big subject, is a very big area, so I tried my best to put the important parts so that we can cover them in nearly 1.5 hours. Halfway through the lecture, I'm going to pause and take some questions from you. So please, if you have questions, note them down with you so you don't forget them. And halfway through, we will ask you to give your questions. So don't interrupt me for the questions, but note them down. And then we will have another time for the questions at the end of the session. يعني المصطلحات. Are you talking to public? Are you talking to technical people? What level of education? Accordingly, I need to use the right level of vocabulary. If we don't use the right level of vocabulary, you talk to highly intellectual senior people and you use very plain language, it might be a negative point. So you need to know, احنا بالعربي نقول لكل مقام مقال. So you need to know your audience in brief. Another tip is very important: explain things before presenting them. I give you an example. If you write an email and say, I'm specialized in safety, so I'll give examples about safety. So if I had an inspection in one of the factories and I want to write an email to the owner and tell him, actually not to the owner, to the third party, let's say, who doesn't know the place. So I'll say, I found there are some problems in room in the second floor, in so and so room in the second floor. There is a leakage of water or oil, and I found that there is a tripping hazard on the stairs, and I found this and this in the parking. If the person whom I'm writing to have absolutely no idea about the place, most probably they will lose the interest or they will get lost. They don't know what I'm talking about. So the important thing here, in your introduction, and we will talk about introduction also shortly, you need an example on how a student could write an email to his trainer to explain and apologize why he was late for the online class. So this is just showing us a good example of a very simple, straightforward email. We spoke about the importance of having the title or the subject of the email to be attractive, clear to encourage the reader to open our emails. We all have probably hundreds of emails in our inbox which we say we will read them tomorrow, and this tomorrow never comes. Why? Because we don't think they are important and we are hesitant to open them. So the subject line is important. A lot of people write emails without subject line. It's a very big mistake. It has to reflect what is inside that email, and it has to be encouraging. So this student said, "Dear sir, I write to apologize for being late to your technical writing course. I had allowed 10 minutes to log in and join, but unfortunately the internet connection was slow and it took me 20 minutes. This is just examples, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to log in. I plan to allow longer in the future. Regards." So what we have here is greetings in the beginning, or subject line, and then the purpose. I write to apologize for the delay. So we apologize and we put the purpose, and then we explain the case in a very simple and logical way to give a description on the place. It doesn't have to be very long, بس هو مثل تمهيد. So you make the job of the reader easier because you already said, I visited this factory and it consists of 3 floors. This is the floor area. It has 2 staircases. It has this number of rooms. Maybe in 1 or 2 paragraphs, or even if you have a floor plan. And then when you talk about it, when you go to your observations, it will be very easy for the person to follow your ideas.